What if I told you that 5 drinks you are consuming every single day, drinks you have been told are completely harmless, some of them even healthy, are working against your testosterone, your energy, your sleep, and your vitality in ways that most men over 50 have never once been warned about? Not food, not habits, drinks. Liquids you are putting into your body multiple times every single day without a second thought. My name is Dr. Nerita, a board-certified physician with 12 years of experience, helping men over 50 reclaim their hormonal health and their energy. I have worked with thousands of men who came to me exhausted and hormonally depleted and completely unable to explain why their body had stopped responding the way it used to. And again, when I looked at what they were drinking every day, the pattern became immediately clear. Today, I am revealing the 5 drinks that are silently destroying testosterone in men over 50 and exactly what to replace each one with for maximum hormonal benefit. Stay with me until the very end, because drink number 1 on this list is something almost every man over 50 consumes before he has even left his bedroom in the morning, and it will genuinely surprise you. Subscribe right now and drop your city in the comments. I read every single one. Drink number 5, destroying testosterone. Alcohol even in small amounts after 50. I want to tell you about a patient I will call Steven, 59 years old, a retired engineer who came to me with testosterone levels significantly below where they should be for his age. His energy was poor, his sleep was broken, his muscle mass had been declining for 3 years, despite consistent gym work. When I asked about his drinking habits, he told me he only had 2 or 3 glasses of wine every evening to unwind. He said this with complete confidence, that 2 or 3 glasses was a moderate and harmless amount. Here is what most men are never told about alcohol and testosterone after 50. Your liver is responsible for 2 critical hormonal functions simultaneously. It metabolizes testosterone and it clears estrogen. When you drink alcohol, your liver prioritizes processing the alcohol above everything else. Testosterone metabolism slows. Estrogen clearance slows. The result is a hormonal environment where testosterone is declining and estrogen is accumulating at the same time. After 50, when testosterone is already declining naturally, this double effect is significantly more damaging than the same drinking pattern at 35. Stephen reduced his evening drinking to 1 glass maximum 3 nights per week. At his 3-month review, his testosterone had improved meaningfully and his sleep quality had transformed. Replace evening alcohol with sparkling water with fresh lemon or a cup of chamomile tea, which supports cortisol reduction and sleep quality simultaneously. Drink number 4, destroying testosterone energy drinks. A patient named Craig came to me at 54 with a heart rate pattern that concerned me immediately and testosterone that had been declining sharply for 18 months. He was running a business, sleeping poorly, and had started relying on 2 energy drinks daily to get through his afternoons. Energy drinks contain between 100 and 300 milligrams of caffeine per can, combined with large amounts of added sugar and synthetic B vitamins in doses far beyond what the body can use. The caffeine and sugar combination spikes cortisol aggressively. As I explained in my video on breakfast foods, cortisol and testosterone exist in a direct inverse relationship. When cortisol rises, testosterone falls. 2 energy drinks daily was creating 2 significant cortisol spikes every afternoon, directly suppressing Craig's testosterone during the second half of every day. The added sugar was simultaneously triggering insulin spikes that compounded the hormonal suppression. Craig replaced his energy drinks with a small black coffee before midday only, and a 30-minute walk in the afternoon. Within 6 weeks, his energy was more consistent than it had been in 2 years, and his testosterone trajectory had reversed. Your body does not need synthetic stimulation. It needs cortisol regulation, and the afternoon walk delivers it better than any can ever could. Drink number 3, destroying testosterone, soy milk used as a daily replacement for dairy. Before I continue, drop your city in the comments right now. I am Dr. Nerita, and I genuinely read every single one. Now, I want to be precise here, because soy consumed occasionally in whole food form is not the issue I am describing. The issue is men who have switched to soy milk as their primary daily milk replacement and are consuming it multiple times every day in coffee, in protein shakes, in cooking, believing it is a healthier hormonal choice than dairy. A patient named Leonard came to me at 61 who had made this switch 3 years earlier on the advice of a nutritionist focused on heart health. His testosterone had been declining significantly since the switch. Soy contains phytoestrogens, plant compounds that mimic estrogen in the human body. In men over 50, whose testosterone to estrogen ratio is already shifting in an unfavorable direction, daily high-volume phytoestrogen consumption adds an additional estrogenic load that the body has to process and clear. When that load is consistent and daily, the cumulative effect on hormonal balance is measurable. Leonard switched to full-fat dairy milk or oat milk without added sugar. At his 6-month review, his hormonal balance had shifted meaningfully in the right direction, without any other dietary change. Drink number 2, destroying testosterone, bottled water, and drinks stored in plastic. This is the one that surprises almost every patient I share it with. And I want to explain the biology carefully, because most men dismiss this immediately as something too small to matter. A patient named Raymond came to me at 58 with an estrogen level higher than I expected for a man his age, and testosterone at the lower end of normal. His lifestyle was genuinely excellent. He exercised consistently. He ate well. He did not drink alcohol. When I went through his daily habits in detail, one pattern stood out. He drank exclusively from plastic bottles, kept cases of them in a warm car, refilled large plastic containers from the gym, and heated food in plastic containers daily. Plastics contain compounds called BPA and phthalates that leach into liquid, especially when exposed to heat or repeated use. These compounds are endocrine disruptors that mimic estrogen in the male body at the receptor level. They compete with testosterone for the same cellular receptors and contribute to the same estrogen accumulation pattern I described with soy. Raymond switched to glass or stainless steel water bottles exclusively and stopped heating anything in plastic. At his 4-month review, his estrogen had dropped and his testosterone had improved without any other change. Replace all plastic drinking vessels with glass or stainless steel starting today. This single change costs almost nothing and removes a daily estrogenic input most men have never considered. Drink number 1 destroying testosterone and the one I promised you at the beginning. Sweet tea, flavored coffee drinks, and any beverage with added sugar consumed first thing in the morning. I have patients who wake up and within 20 minutes are drinking a large flavored latte with 2 pumps of syrup, or a large sweet tea, or a bottled coffee drink from the refrigerator. They do not think of these as sugar drinks because they are coffee or tea based. A large flavored latte from any coffee chain can contain between 30 and 50 grams of added sugar. A large sweet tea can contain 40 grams or more. Consumed first thing in the morning after 8 to 10 hours of fasting, this sugar load hits the bloodstream faster and more aggressively than almost any other time of day. The insulin spike that follows is one of the largest hormonal disruptions a man can create in his body, and he is creating it before his day has even started. A patient named Douglas came to me at 56, who had been starting every morning with a large flavored coffee drink for 4 years. His testosterone was significantly low. His body fat was concentrated around his abdomen. His afternoon energy was non-existent. When Douglas replaced his morning-flavored coffee with a plain black coffee or an Americano with no added sugar, his morning hormonal environment changed within 2 weeks. Plain black coffee consumed in moderation before midday actually has a mild testosterone supportive effect through its impact on cortisol timing and metabolic rate. The problem was never the coffee. It was everything added to it. Here is how to start tomorrow. Look at every drink you consumed yesterday. Identify which one from this list you recognize most clearly in your own daily routine. Remove that one drink first and replace it with water, plain black coffee, or sparkling water with fresh lemon. Give it 30 days. Track your energy in the mornings, your afternoon mood, your sleep quality, and your motivation each week. Your hormonal environment responds to consistent change faster than most men expect, and the improvement compounds with every additional drink you replace. If this video gave you something useful, today hit the like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments which drink on this list shocked you most. I read every single one. And I will see you in the next video.